Hello, this is Robert McMurray. Right now, I want to do a video talking about a couple of dreams I normally have, and that I'm able to remember like several days after I woke up. One dream is basically me walking through a graveyard, and basically all the tombstones has the same birth date, just different years of death, and there's like even one tombstone with the same date on both ends and everything. And basically they all have a version of my name. A good portion of them has Bobby Shelton, while another good portion has Robert McMurray. There's different years of death, and in the dream, when I touch one of the tombstones or touch a few of them, I basically see how that version of me died, I guess you could say. And basically, for instance, the one where it has the same, where I died right when I was born. I was a breech baby, and I was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. And basically, that's the first time I should have died due to the lack of oxygen. And there was like other times where the one thing in Alabama that kept me alive was Superman. If I never saw like those old Christopher Reeves black and white Superman episodes, and they never gave me hope, that hope would never kept me alive. And also there was several times where I should have died, but hope kept me alive. Misguided hope. And then there's basically Buster's Tombstones with Robert McMurray on it, like me dying for several different reasons while growing up in Indiana and Los Angeles and everything else. There was one where I basically was really sick one evening while I was sleeping next to the freeway, badly sick and everything. I felt like I was going to die, and I've been vomiting and everything for like a day or two, having trouble moving. And then one night I basically saw a bright light, and when the sun started to come up, I slowly made myself down the freeway ramp and everything into a nearby park, and lay down in the park while it was raining, and then kind of passed out, and then woke up when some family was putting a blanket over me, and then I basically took the blanket part way up to my campsite, hid it by a bush, and then basically went to a hospital and everything. But I guess that version of me never saw the bright light, or whatever made me feel better didn't, and that version of me died. And also in the dream, how morbid it might seem and everything, around the graveyard there's like, the best way to describe it is bright fireflies. And for like most of my childhood and everything, while I was having this dream, I was afraid to leave the graveyard. But as I dream more and more, the graveyard slowly gets bigger and bigger. And so basically, like, I guess when I was living in Arizona or Los Angeles, one time when I was dreaming, or whatever you want to call it, I went and looked at uh, lights, and basically the lights still scares me and everything because when I touch one of the lights, it basically shows versions of me that's still alive. Like some is better, some are worse, and there's a few where I'm alive, stuck in a mental hospital and everything, and then there's a few where I'm actually happy and everything. And it seemed like the connection to the ones where I'm happy is the ones where my mom and the person she like marries and everything. After my biological father was arrested, she basically she basically give me up for adoption and everything because they can't they have trouble raising me. They don't feel like they can raise me, and some of those Roberts, it's not even called Robert, they have completely other names and everything. And yeah, and I basically, it's just like a calypso as I see what they're at now, and I see clips of their life, looks like big turning points. I got them to that part. Yeah, but sometimes I'm just afraid of what I might see. I'm not sure what to call it. I already have guilt for my biological father's victims and everything because he used me as bait, even though I was like between the ages of 2 and 8. I felt like I could have done something to stop him and everything, and I kind of have guilt of this graveyard. I don't think it counts as survivor's guilt since they don't really exist, if that makes sense. But I have guilt that I survive, I'm alive, and those other ones are not, and everything. That probably don't even make sense because, like I said, it's only a dream, a very, very vivid dream. There's also another very vivid dream that I sometimes have. Well, I'm walking around and I decide to look up at the sky, and there's, I guess, several different moons of different shapes and sizes. Some bigger, some smaller, some round, some not so round, and there's like rocks floating way far, far, far up in the sky, less like the regular moon. And when I have that dream, it just seems normal. It seems like, yeah, that's how everything is supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be the same place or not. I did read from books of like the astral plane and everything, and the astral travel and everything. So who knows, maybe there really is a multiverse and this is like an astral plane connecting to all of them. Yeah. I just wish I was normal and everything. I wish I wasn't worried about my future. I wish, I just wish I wasn't alone, and I wish I basically was liked in high school and everything. Part of me wish I never went to California because a lot of my problems happened there, like, and everything. But the reason I left Indiana is because I was hoping leaving Indiana was the answer. Like, once I left Indiana, I would end up someplace, start a family. Nope, I'm just a traveling man that lived in several states, realized no matter where I go, there's no cure or answer for me, for my disability and everything. I'm not a big fan of church or religion, period. I do kind of believe in angels, but as far as a person upstairs, yeah, that's hard to believe. I also believe in aliens and UFOs. That's a complete all-around nutcase. I do somewhat like going to conventions, but I like comic book and movie conventions. But I kind of wish I had someone to go with, someone that maybe a few of the times that we could dress up, find a couple costumes, or make some costumes and dress up and go. But yeah, I'm always kind of embarrassed and everything, and I went to one and dressed up one time, but it made me sad and everything. Because a lot of people that dress up, they dress up with like friends, or they dress up with a significant other. And yeah, I just feel like foolish if I do that alone. I'm going to be 40 on June 1st, and I am not sure where my story is going from here. I am making like different plans, but yeah, doctor I talked to in Texas is right. I'm most likely, because of my disability, will have to face the fact it will be impossible for me to make a connection with other people and everything, and that's basically something I have to live with and everything. I self-taught myself to build computers. I self-taught myself to video edit and use special effects. Yeah, but when there's no way to teach myself to start up a conversation in a bar. There's no way to teach myself to act normal, basically. Yeah, like I said, I don't like going to churches or anything religious, because I just have trouble with the belief factor. And yeah, and most of the people there, they believe in all the stuff Bill Burke or whoever tells them, but there's two sides to every story. There's that book, and I'm sure there was other people's versions of the same stories and everything. And I just have trouble using one source for the truth and everything. I need like at least a few different sources of the story from different points of view. And yeah, it's hard for me to talk to other people about my dreams and everything, which is why I record these videos and upload them. I don't know if they're going to help anyone or what, but these are the stuff I have to get off my chest. Until next time, this is Robert McMurray, over and out.